Here comes the southpaw counterpuncher, Sky Nicholson, a very capable southpaw counterpuncher who can be very difficult to hit.
They have way.
This bout is so much hype. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Caution being thrown to the wind. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be a hellfire on here.
They both want the knockout. No rest for the weary. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. So I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. She wasn't ready for that counter. These two fighters are made for one another. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. It bombs away. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Natasha Jonas in that last round. Well, the corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Starting to make mistakes.
Good. I'm happy. I'm a happy coach. I like that round. You were.
Come on. You're better than that.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You'd like to see more jabs. Good counter shot by her. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They both want a highlight reel knockout. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Those counter punches have to hurt. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Natasha Jonas in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the tournament's got to throw a firecracker on the fight to get out there and get the job done.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely.
You're looking at her one shot at a time. Set her up. All right, you'll take her.
Okay, now you're switching.
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They blocked the left there. She got clipped by that counter. Good counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good defense there to stop that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Okay, let's reset. Switch your stance.
Fantastic punch. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Okay, let's reset.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. talk about
Okay,
Natasha Jonas
okay,
in that
I
last
get it.
round. Well, it's
Now
no
you're
secret who has the advantage
You're
after that last
starting to
round.
make
Let's see what they
mistakes and
have in
you're
store for us in
switching
the
off.
next one.
I
need
seriously
you
hope that...
to switch.
Great.
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So much firepower here. How about that time counter shot? This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
He catches and counters. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Beautiful counter punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
She throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Misses with the straight left. Misses with the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Natasha Jonas in that last round. I promise you all. On to the 5th we go. She's coming off a fantastic last round. Let's see what she's going to do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. You'd like to see more jabs. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Some fighters, they think, you know what? My chin's so hard, it's like granite. She thinks her chin is like granite. Some people's are like glass. So she needs to be careful because granite can turn to glass with just one more shot, one more. And then it's a mental thing more than anything else.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot by her. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Natasha Jonas in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Somebody don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great work. I love that. I love what you're doing.
You've switched off completely. I need you to go back out.
On your laurels here. Don't give her no free shots. Keep smart and keep ahead.
Okay, focus. Look, big breath. Big, deep.
On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. Solid punch. Punch, counter punch. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Missing with that right hook. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You'd like to see more jabs. Oh, Jonas dazed with that shot. Heavy shots and Jonas can't take anymore. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. Give me your glove.
They're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
The corner need to think nice and sharp.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. talk about Natasha
now
Jonas
you
in that
let her back
last
into the
round.
fight
What a
that long.
huge
That's
momentum
fair,
swing that's going to
Get your
be,
mind
considering that round will
back
be
on the
10-8
job.
after the
That's a
knockdown.
terrible
You've been
round
put
that
down,
is.
you've got to think right.
on.
Survive and then give it back the next round.
Great round. Now relax. Relax.
Now you let her back into the fight that long.
There's the bell to start round 7. So she's back in her corner, Johnny, but you got to believe this is just a calm before the next storm. Her opponent is going to swarm her again as soon as that bell rings.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Right hook just missed. They missed with the jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin, a pickpocket.
Which fighter will say no mas? Perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and that shot hurt Natasha Jonas. That was the moment.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
Oh, my God, Johnny. Natasha Jonas in trouble. True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over at least. Did you see that? Natasha Jonas on wobbly legs. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you all right?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Oh, she knows now. She can smell blood. She's just not got to get trigger happy. Be smart with the shot. Be sneaky. Pretend you're going to go for someone else in the body, and then boom, let the shot in again. Be smart.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Natasha Jonas in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
Love the response, though. Got back up. Took the deep breath. Got right.
Good. I'm
Brush
happy.
it off.
I'm
Get on
happy,
with the job.
coach. I like that round. I don't want you to load up.
Round 8, and we're off again. You can see the frustration on her face in the corner. She knows it is go time now. Fight or flight. She's got to get back in it in this round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Did you see that? And Miss GB is now in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Got caught sleeping on the job.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Sky Nicholson now on the back foot. She might be going down. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight?
Okay, are you all right? Are you okay?
The referee says they're okay to fight, and we'll keep fighting. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
A shot from the gods took her out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.